headquarters of the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet is facing the direct brunt of Iran's ferocious retaliation. From blowing up a multi-million-dollar radar system to strategic assets, Tehran now makes the biggest claim. According to the Tehran Times, 21 U.S. soldiers were killed in the Iranian attack on the U.S. base in the Juffair District in Manama. The Tehran Times also posted a video of the alleged attack to back the claim. The video showed massive fire at the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet headquarters, turning the night sky fiery red. The scale of fire suggests something definitely was hit. This is one of several attacks on the U.S. base in Bahrain that took place since the war began. However, the authenticity of the video can't be independently verified, nor can the claim of killing 21 American soldiers. Bahrain has been hit hard by Iran's strong retaliation after the U.S. and Israel began striking the Islamic Republic on February 28th. Iran framed these strikes as precise retaliation for a joint U.S.-Israeli operation dubbed Operation Epic Fury, which allegedly targeted high-ranking Iranian leadership, including Supreme Leader Khamenei. Why is Iran attacking the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet in Bahrain? Sitting just across the Persian Gulf, is it that easy to strike a U.S. base? The assault has also raised questions regarding the effectiveness of regional air defenses. Despite the presence of U.S.-made Patriot PAC-3 systems tasked with shielding the Bahrain base, Iranian drones managed to penetrate and hit the base hard. The Fifth Fleet oversees 2.5 million square miles of water, including the Persian Gulf, Red Sea, and Arabian Sea. It ensures the free flow of commerce through the Strait of Hormuz and manages the combined maritime forces, a 47-nation coalition. It typically hosts about 8,300 sailors and is a rare accompanied posting in the region where family members also reside. On February 28th, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps launched a coordinated assault using ballistic missiles and Shahed 136 attack drones targeting the Fifth Fleet headquarters. Satellite imagery and verified videos showed thick black smoke rising from the base. Reports indicate that several structures, including radar facilities, service buildings, and satellite communication terminals, were destroyed or heavily damaged. On March 8th, Bahrain's interior minister confirmed that an Iranian drone attack caused material damage to a water desalination plant in Bahrain. Remember, the majority of Gulf countries largely depend on desalinated water for their inhabitants' consumption due to lack of fresh water sources. In a separate incident, at least 3 people were injured and a university building in Bahrain's third most populous city of Munarok was damaged following an Iranian attack. Dramatic footage showed an Iranian Shahed 136 drone hitting a building or an apartment in Bahrain, likely targeting U.S. Army personnel. The non-stop attacks triggered air raid sirens in the country. Bahrain's Interior Ministry said citizens and residents are urged to remain calm and head to the nearest safe place.
Iran has launched a massive retaliatory missile strike on a U.S. military base in the wake of an attack on a desalination facility in southern Iran, escalating tensions across the Middle East. According to Lieutenant Colonel Ibrahim Zolfakhari, spokesperson for Iran's Hatem al-Anbiya Central Headquarters, the strike was a direct response to what he called aggression originating from the Naval Support Activity Bahrain, the U.S. Navy base that houses United States Naval Forces Central Command and the United States Fifth Fleet. In response to the aggression by American terrorists from the Juffair base against the Kesh desalination facility, that American base was immediately struck by the Islamic Revolution Guards Corps using precision solid-fuel missiles, Zolfakhari stated on Saturday. He emphasized that the strike directly followed the attack on the facility, located on Kesh Island. Iranian officials also highlighted the impact of previous strikes in the escalating conflict. Zolfakhari noted that earlier retaliatory attacks had degraded enemy radar and surveillance systems, making it easier to hit strategic targets in the latest operations. Given that the enemy's radar systems were destroyed during previous waves, the destruction of targets has now become much easier, he said. The operation, dubbed Operation True Promise 4, began immediately after what Iranian officials describe as unlawful foreign aggression last Saturday. Since then, the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps has reportedly launched hundreds of ballistic missiles and attack drones, striking sensitive military and strategic sites across the region. Targets have included key urban areas in Israel, such as Tel Aviv, the holy city of Al-Quds, and Beer Sheva, known as a major technology hub. U.S. military assets have also been hit, including the Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier and an American destroyer operating in the Indian Ocean. Zulfikari also indicated that drone operations would continue as part of a sustained campaign. Drone attacks by the self-sacrificing forces of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps Army's ground force against the American Zionist enemy will continue on a sustained basis, he said, signaling that aerial assaults may be ongoing for the foreseeable future. The missile strike on the Bahrain base comes as part of a broader wave of retaliatory measures by Iran against renewed Israeli-American aggression targeting the Islamic Republic. Iranian officials insist that these strikes are precise and targeted only at military and strategic sites, though the scale of the campaign underscores a rapidly escalating conflict that threatens regional stability. The situation is particularly alarming because the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain plays a critical role in overseeing naval operations across the Persian Gulf and Indian Ocean. Any disruption or damage to the base could have far-reaching consequences for U.S. military logistics and regional security operations. The Kesh desalination facility, the site that triggered the latest retaliation, is a vital water infrastructure hub for southern Iran. Iranian authorities framed the strike as defending national assets and sovereignty and vowed continued action against any foreign aggression. Operation True Promise 4 appears to be highly coordinated, with simultaneous missile strikes and drone attacks across multiple fronts. Iran's use of precision-guided missiles and unmanned systems demonstrates the range and sophistication of its military capabilities, as well as the determination to respond to U.S. and Israeli operations in the region. Experts note that the escalation may represent one of the most intense confrontations in the ongoing Iran-U.S.-Israel conflict in recent years. The rapid succession of attacks on both sides, targeting urban centers, military bases, and naval vessels, suggests that neither side is seeking immediate de-escalation. Meanwhile, the broader international community is watching closely. Iran has emphasized that its operations are focused strictly on U.S. and Israeli military targets, but the scale and intensity of the attacks raise concerns about potential civilian impact and a widening regional war. For residents near U.S. bases, key port cities, and areas targeted in Israel, the last few days have been marked by air raid sirens, evacuations, and heightened security alerts. Military analysts warn that continued retaliatory strikes could further destabilize the region and draw additional countries into the conflict. The latest missile strike on the Bahrain base underscores the high stakes. Iran is signaling its ability and willingness to strike American military assets anywhere in the region in response to attacks on its territory. This latest episode is likely to reshape strategic calculations for both U.S. and Israeli forces, as well as regional allies, while the humanitarian and security implications continue to mount.